I didn't plan to ruin her wedding. I swear when we broke up, I thought that was it. But then I found out she was marrying the guy she cheated on me with. And suddenly, doing nothing didn't feel right. It felt like letting her win. It felt like letting her get away with it. And if you've ever been cheated on, you know, that thought will eat you alive. So I didn't just sit back. I made a plan. But let me start from the beginning, because this story is absolutely insane. Sarah and I met at a barbecue 3 years ago. I know this sounds cliché, but the moment I saw her, I thought she was the one. She was the life of the party. Laughing, telling stories, everyone around her hanging on every word. When we started talking, it was like we'd known each other forever. She asked about my job, told me about hers. She teased me for not knowing how to grill properly. She had this energy about her, like she was the main character in every room she walked into. I fell hard. By the end of that night, I had her number saved with 3 little heart emojis. Our first year together was perfect. I mean, really perfect. Late night drives with the windows down. Random road trips. Lazy Sundays watching movies on her couch. She made me playlists. She brought me coffee at work. She talked about how many kids she wanted one day. When I got a promotion, she jumped on me screaming, "That's my man." She was my person. Or so I thought. Things started changing about a year in. At first it was subtle. She'd take her phone with her everywhere, even to the bathroom. She started canceling plans, saying she was tired or busy. She stopped talking about the future. When I asked her about it, she would roll her eyes and laugh. "You're overthinking everything. I love you. You're my guy. Stop being paranoid." And I believed her. Because when you love someone, you want to believe them. You ignore the red flags. You tell yourself you're imagining things. But then came the night everything changed. It was a Thursday. I was just sitting on my couch when my phone buzzed. It was my buddy Jake. "Yo, isn't this Sarah?" He sent me a picture. I opened it and my stomach dropped. It was her, at a restaurant across town, holding hands with some guy. I stared at it for a solid minute, telling myself it had to be old. Then Jake sent a video. And in that video, she kissed him. That was the moment my world shattered. But I didn't confront her right away. No, I needed to be sure. The next day, she told me she was going to her friend's baby shower. I followed her. I know how that sounds, but my gut was screaming at me. She drove across town and parked at an apartment complex. I watched her walk inside. 3 hours later, she came out, smiling like she'd just had the best day ever. And when she got in the car, she FaceTimed me, acting like everything was normal. That was it. That was the moment I knew she was cheating. That night, I confronted her. I put Jake's pictures on the table. "Explain this." Her face went pale. Then the tears came. "It was a mistake," she said. "I wasn't happy. But I love you. We can fix this." But I was done. I told her to pack her things. She begged me not to end things. She cried on the floor, grabbed my hands, told me she'd do anything. But when trust is gone, it's gone. She left that night. I thought that was the end. But 2 weeks later, I found out she was engaged. Engaged. To him. The guy she cheated with. Apparently, they'd been seeing each other for months behind my back. And now they were getting married. And something inside me snapped. I wasn't going to let her walk down the aisle pretending to be this perfect little bride while her entire relationship was built on lies. So I started planning. I took every text, every picture, every video, and I made a slideshow. Romantic music. Captions like, "Here's Sarah and me 2 months ago." "Here's Sarah telling me she loves me." And "Here's Sarah with him." It was brutal. I burned it onto a USB, wrapped it in a pretty little box, tied it with a ribbon, and wrote a card that said, "Congratulations, Sarah. Here's to honesty on your big day." Then I called Jake. "Dude, I need a favor." Fast forward to the wedding day. I wasn't invited, obviously, but Jake worked part-time at the venue. He made sure my gift got to the DJ booth. That afternoon, I was sitting on my couch, beer in hand, when my phone buzzed. "Bro," Jake texted, "they just finished the first dance. Your video is up next." I turned off the TV. A minute later, Holy *T. They're playing it. Another text. People are gasping. Then, groom looks like he's about to explode. Apparently, the room went dead silent. Sarah froze. The groom ripped off his tie and stormed out. Sarah ran after him, sobbing. Half the guests were whispering, the other half just stared in shock. The wedding ended right there. Sarah called me that night, screaming, "You ruined everything." "No," I said. "You ruined everything. I just told the truth." "You embarrass me in front of everyone." "Good. Maybe next time you won't lie to someone who cared about you." Then I hung up. The wedding was officially called off a few days later. The groom gave her back the ring. She moved out of town. And me? I moved on. I met someone new. Someone who actually respects me. Sometimes I think about what I did and wonder if it was too far. But then I remember how it felt sitting in my car that night, watching her walk into his apartment. And I smile, because sometimes the truth has to hurt. So, what do you think? Was I wrong? Or did she get what she deserved? Let me know in the comments. And if you've ever been cheated on, tell me, would you have done what I did? Because honestly, I don't regret a thing. And if you liked this story, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because I've got more insane stories coming, and trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next.